So this is no longer just a Wall Street crisis, this is an American crisis. And it's the American economy that needs this rescue plan. I understand why people would be skeptical when this president asks for a blank check to solve a problem. I've spent most of my time in Washington being skeptical of this administration. And this time has been no different. And that's why over a week ago I demanded that the plan that was presented include specific proposals to protect American taxpayers, protections that the administration has eventually agreed to, as well as Democrats and Republicans in Congress. First, I said we needed an independent board to provide oversight and accountability for how and where this money is spent at every step of the way. Second, I said we can't help banks on Wall Street without helping the millions of innocent homeowners who are struggling to stay in their homes. They deserve a plan too. Third, I said I would not allow this plan to become a welfare program for the Wall Street executives whose greed and irresponsibility got us into this mess in the first place. And finally, I said that if American taxpayers are financing the solution, then you should be treated like investors. You should get every penny of your tax dollars back once this economy recovers. That's only fair. That's only right. Now, this last part about taxpayers getting their money back, this is important because it's been the most misunderstood and poorly communicated aspect of this entire plan. I mean, when it's called a bailout, nobody's in favor of a bailout, but this is not a plan to just hand over $700 billion of your money to a few banks on Wall Street. If this is executed the right way, then the government will temporarily purchase the bad assets of our financial institutions so that they can start lending again, and then sell those troubled assets once the market settles down and the economy recovers. In other words, if this is managed correctly, we will hopefully get most or all of our money back, possibly even turn a profit on the government's investment, every penny of which will go directly back to you, the investor, or will be going into drawing down on our national debt. And if we do have losses, I've proposed to institute a financial stability fee on the entire financial services industry so that Wall Street foots the bill, not the American taxpayer. I've also said that if I'm president, I will review the entire plan on the day I take office to make sure that it is working to save our economy and that you are getting your money back. So that is why I believe it is important to move swiftly in Congress. But understand, even with all these taxpayer protections, I know that this plan is not perfect and it's not foolproof. No matter how well we manage the government's investments under this plan, we're still putting taxpayer dollars at risk. And I know that there are Democrats and Republicans in Congress who have legitimate concerns about this. I know there are many Americans who share these concerns. What I also know is we can't afford not to act. So both parties who are close to accepting this plan, over the next few hours and the next few days, should seek out any new ideas that might get this done, that might make the proposal better. For example, this morning I proposed one such idea that might increase bipartisan support for the plan and shore up our economy at the same time, and that's expand federal deposit insurance for families and small businesses across America who have invested their money in our banks. You know, the majority, and this probably doesn't apply to college students, but the majority of American families should rest assured that the deposits they have in our banks of up to $100,000 are still guaranteed by the federal government. Up to $100,000 in a bank, your money is safe. And that guarantee is more than adequate for most families and certainly most college students. But But it's insufficient for many small businesses to meet their payroll or buy their supplies and create new jobs. The current insurance limit of $100,000 was set 28 years ago. It's not been adjusted for inflation. So I've proposed raising this insurance, the FDIC limit, to $250,000, a step that would boost small businesses and make our banking system more secure and help restore confidence by reassuring families that their money is safe.